it's a reference. We're really going to concentrate on creating the illusion of fabric. And all of those little lines that happen in there, if you're using another medium, we got a little visitor here. A little bug is attracted to the light here. Really worrying about being too detailed with things yet. Again, the lines come down, just kind of flop on each other, flop on top of each other there. Okay, right off the bat here, we went ahead and added some of those lines that go down. Remember, these lines are going to originate from each one of the points in which the cloth is attached to the surface. Now, the next thing we're going to do is put the black around the outside edges. So, same thing we did with the black Conte, but just a little bit different. Seeing where it's getting lighter and where it's getting darker. A nice little trick is just to kind of squint at the image, kind of see if you can blur your eyes a bit, and then look at a little bit of the nature of the beast there. A little too much pressure, it will kind of crack and fall apart. It takes time, it takes some investment to create a strong image. So keep that in mind as well. Well, thanks again. Did a drawing of a bird before using some of the terracotta color and the black and the white. But tonight we're focusing on drawing cloth, which is some marks with. And again, it's going to create some gray areas. Like right down here on the right side, there is an area where it gets a little areas that I need to adjust. I'm going to go ahead and adjust them. For example, up here in the upper right hand corner, the fold kind of comes over and then works its way back down, so we need a little bit more light up here. Roll up a little bit of piece of paper and use that. It's a little darker down here. There's the fold kind of comes out, and then it looks like on the textured surface. Maybe the paper you're using is smoother and you don't really see that texture that much. Sometimes a little bit of texture is nice to see. Some of that darker value that's on the end of my blending stop and just pull it over here. Because there's another fold that kind of comes down here that's pretty dark. And I need to make this bottom part just a little bit darker. Like I said, as I see areas, even areas that I might have already worked, I'm going to go back and sometimes though, if you ask the people that work there, they won't know what you're talking about. But the Conte will be with the charcoal. You'll get better. Anybody can get better. There's not a limit. There's not a place where you just can't go any. We're going to let those dark areas kind of creep into these defined lines over here. And when we get our background put in there, so there's a lot of good things about the polychromos pencils. Another thing, the pigment seems a little bit more vibrant than the Prismacolor pencils, but it's a big world. You can kind of let that texture happen here. And just let me reach over here and grab a bigger blending stomp. All right, with the bigger blending stomp, we colored pencils. Of course, you still want to look for those lines, but you'd start pretty light and you'd slowly build up your values. And if you're working, they're just not their best, and that's okay. It's all part of the process of learning and getting stronger and growing, becoming a better artist.